Good morning, everybody. It is day 13 of building the business. And sorry, yesterday I forgot to pull my mic down. It's on this boom thingy here, and it sits just over here beside my computer. And it seems like every morning I forget to pull it down here so that you guys can hear me good. And sorry about that, but well, it's day 13, and I should be taking a day off today because even though it is day 13, you could add a couple of days to that because I didn't take a day off over the weekend. My mom's been sick, and so we've been having to do some things there, and I've been having to do some inspections, and I don't have any inspections today, and I should be taking a day off. Hopefully nothing happens that I have to drive to Pigeon Forge today, but I'm excited. I got so many things I need to do that it's hard for me to relax whenever I don't know if you guys have that problem, but I have a problem with relaxing whenever I know that I haven't accomplished the things that I wanted to accomplish or got to the place that I wanted to get to. So I didn't maybe accomplish my goals or my to-dos or things like that. So that's where I'm at. Like, I've got several things to do today I'm excited about doing. And one of those is because I still have this, and maybe you have this, but I still have a little bit of anxiety when thinking about, like, I'm doing this service part of the business. That's like the step one, right? Like, get this service side of this business taken care of, because if I can get that puzzle piece, that piece of the puzzle taken care of, and I don't have to worry about it, then that gives me a lot of leverage when going into starting to build up the business to actually manage other people's cabins or properties, condos, whatever, here in the Great Smoky Mountains. Well, and that's my goal. That's what I want to do. I'm going to have a little different than the regular management companies out there. I'm going to be doing a little bit something different, so I won't be really any direct competition to those guys, even though, I will be pulling some business here and there. But so I've been having a little bit of anxiety, one, because, like, I can do stuff, and you can watch some of the videos on this channel, and when we run into things, I'm actually trying to make, and they may not be good, but heck, they might give you a little bit of information. I run into maintenance issues all the time. Some of them I do myself, some of them I have other people do. But when I go do them myself, because of, I'm like anybody else, right? It's hard to find good people to do work for you that are either independent or own a business that is, sustainable, right? And so sometimes I'm like, okay, I can find somebody to do that, but is it going to be just as much work for me to find somebody to do it, then follow up, than it is for me just to go and do it myself, since I'm this close, right? So, I do a lot of these things myself. I can't do that at scale in managing, so that's why I'm wanting to get the service business, and I also see a need, right? I need, how great would it be for other people that are managing their rentals if they had somebody like a company like mine to be able to go in and they knew that they could totally rely on that company to get the job done, and it's like, you've got somebody, if you needed something, bam, it's done, bam, it's done, bam, it's done. So, that they don't even have to really get involved in it would be, a real benefit to that. Sorry, I'm messing with this mic. It's bugging me because it's crooked. So, that'd be a real benefit. So that's what I'm doing. And I want to get that for myself. So that's why I'm starting. It's like nobody's doing it. I can't find anybody that's doing it. So I'm going to get one set up for myself so that I can build at scale and I can take a day off, right? Because every time I go on a vacation, something happens. Every time. I mean, almost the day I go on vacation, something falls apart, and I need somebody here. So that I want to get that part taken. All right, so I've been having a little bit of anxiety about the direction to go with this, because I don't want to get myself caught up in that. I'm doing all this maintenance, right? Because if I go out and do all this maintenance, if I get caught up, if I'm starting a service business, right, and then I get caught doing it, then maybe my situation goes from, where it's already bad, that I'm already doing a bunch of maintenance, right, that it goes even worse, because what I need to be doing is sitting right here in this office, or going, and I need to be working on the business, not working in the business. And that's the thing that you need to think about. You need to filter everything through. Are you working in the business, or are you working on the business? I know to get to the goals that I have for myself and for my family, like, I've done enough working in the business, right? I've paid my dues. Like, so don't be saying, well, you're just lazy. You don't want to work. You don't want to do anything, and you just want to point. Look, there's a lot of work when it comes to working on the business, right? If I go start taking a bunch of service calls, right? Who's doing the marketing? Who's doing the customer service? Who's doing the follow-up? Who's doing the, who's making sure the customers are being satisfied, right? Who is thinking about the next thing, right? Who's finding the new people? Nobody, because if I'm out, fixing a garbage disposal, then I am working on a garbage disposal. I'm not marketing. I'm not building anything on the business, right? Side of things. And that goes to the thing too. If I'm doing customer service, if I'm doing those, I'm still not working on the business. So it's not that I want to, just like, get this thing and push a button and push the easy button and let it go, and I'm going to Tahiti, right? I want to work on the business. I want to build the other parts of my business. Like I said, I got my software, and I'm wanting to build the management side of this business. I've got this channel, and I'm telling you, to be honest with you, this channel is one of the things this is fun for me. Don't have a whole lot of subscribers yet, and I've got a lot of dreams and hopes for this, and some fun things that we can do, and everybody should be able to do something fun. So I'm having a little bit of fun with this right now, and hopefully I get better and better at this, and we get better and better content, and then you guys will enjoy it too. But I'm one of those kind of guys that it's like, I don't wait until I'm perfect at something before I dive into it. I dive into it and adapt as I go, and I get better and better and better and better. And that's my process. I don't need to perfect it, right? I don't go to the driving range and perfect my golf game before I get out on the course and play. I go and play and lose and make a fool of myself and do all of those things, and then as I lose and as I make mistakes, I get better and better and better, and I learn from those, and that's what I'm doing here. And it's actually helping me to catalog all of this stuff as I go through. So today's job for me my plan is to, because I've been worried about those things, and remember in an earlier video how I told you that anxiety or fear is a marker of something, right? It's like when you have a bunch of options and there's uncertainty about which path you should choose, like how to prioritize those things, or there's like like when you feel what's that word, like there's no hope, right? Then that means that you don't know what direction to go. And I think that that's when you've got to use that as an alarm, and you've then got to take some sort of action and write it down. And this is the best way to do it. It's like, write it down. Like the minute that comes on, write that down, and then start solutioning out what the fix for that is. And for me, the fear of working in the business is I was like, okay, I can't work in the business. Then I'm going to not make that mistake from the beginning, and I'm going to find a way. I'm looking for the solution to not work in the business. So today is I'm going to write the proper steps. I'm going to write the proper steps for my service business. Sorry, I'm getting like I'm going to write the proper steps for my service business, and like, here's what I need to do first. Here's what I need to do second. Here's what I need to do third. And more than likely because I know the minute I start marketing this thing, I know myself and I know marketing. I've been doing stuff a long time. I know if you're diligent in your marketing, right, then, and you're willing to pay for no, you're willing to pay for the yes with the no's, which I am, and that I'm going to get more business because I know that there's a need out there. I'm going to get more business than I can actually handle or do on my own, and so I'm going to solve that problem even before I start. So that's my game plan, is to get everything set up. I'm going to have all the people. I'm going to have everything I need prior to even going live, because I know once I go live, it's game on, and I want to do it right from the very get-go, and we're going to grow pretty fast. So stick with me, hang with me. Today's job for me is I'm going to get this list ready of things that it's like, hey, do this, do this, do this. And I'm going to give that over to my accountability, my AI accountability coach, and say, we're going to work on that list today. And my accountability coach will keep reminding me, like, here's what you need to do first. Here's what you need to do second. Here's what you need to do third. Here's what we talked about. Here's the best strategy to go forward. And I'm going to get something today that gives me this. I'm not going to quit on that until I have some sort of sense of comfort in what I'm doing, so that I can move forward confidently and work hard on it. You don't want to work from a place of hopelessness and despair. You don't want to work from a place as an entrepreneur where you're like, hey, if I get the result I want, it's not the result I want, right? I mean, if I get the result and I win, I'm losing, right? You don't want to create a win-lose situation where if you win, you're actually losing. You want to create a win-win scenario. So you got to decide what that win-win scenario is for you personally, and then go for that. And so that's what I'm going to do. Your win for you is going to be different than my win for me. And for some people, you would be looking for a service to handle all your maintenance. You would be like, I'm not even going to tackle that because that's not where I want to go. I'm going to solve this problem by finding a maintenance service to do all of this. I'm a little different because I want to have a little bit of control. And so, this for me is the best way to do that. And I also see a need, and it's strategic, and, there's a lot of other reasons why that I'm going the route that I'm going. So you guys stay tuned, and let's see where this thing goes. So bonus today is a very short video, and the point of it was to let you know that, when you get a little anxious, when you get a little nervous, when you get things start going in the wrong direction, that's when you need to pause, make a list, work out the plan, work out the roadmap to something that makes you comfortable. And once you're comfortable, then move forward, right? Because you need to solve this right from the get-go. When you have problems, don't let them go. Do not let them go. Don't keep going down the road if it's a direction that you don't want to go. That's going to end up, it's going to cost you time. And what's really going to happen is you're just going to quit. Because if you get to somewhere, that's the biggest thing with entrepreneurs. They quit. And that's why they have to do multiple things, is because they get to a point where they're like, okay, I took this in the wrong direction. This is not what I want. It's not working out the way I want. I'm done. I'll find the next shiny thing, right? It's that you're on that downward curve of, you have an informed pessimism, and you can't get past that point, right? So that's where I'm at. I'm at that now. I'm a little bit more informed, know what it's going to take to get this going, right? There's all kinds of logistical problems for me that I have to solve right now. Like, who pays for the stuff? If somebody wants a ceiling fan installed, who's going to pay for that ceiling fan to begin with? Is it if I use contractors, is it going to be the tech are they going to pay for it? Am I going to pay for it? Am I going to put them on a Lowe's account, or am I going to buy it? Am I going to have a part runner that goes out? And because the worst thing you can do is somebody goes off into the middle, to the top of a mountain to fix a toilet, and they don't even have the gasket that they need to fix the toilet with. So, what are they going to do? They're going to drive back down, go all the way an hour to Lowe's, get that gasket, and then drive all the way back up. How are we going to work this? So there's a lot of logistical issues that I have to work out for myself. A lot of stuff that gives me anxiety when I think about that. And I'm like, oh, are you going to do it? Are they going to do it? Are we going to do a thing where we purchase it online and they go pick the stuff up? How is this going to work? So I'm going to work all of that stuff out. And how I do that is I stop before I move forward and push all through. I go ahead and create that roadmap, make those decisions. When I feel comfortable with it, then I can move forward. And if you guys want to know, I'm playing with I just happen to have a chip clip laying here. So I'm just like, I got a fidget. So this is my fidget spinner for the day, I guess, is this little chip clip that I got down here. But yeah, that's what I'm dealing with. And we'll talk again tomorrow. And who knows what tomorrow's video will be about. We'll see where I get to today. I know I got some stuff to do tomorrow. We'll have to go to Pigeon Forge again tomorrow. And but thank you for watching. This was day 13 of building the business.